The sweat running down the valley between my breasts was like fingers moving along me. I was hot, my body flushed, my heart racing. Everything in me felt alive, ready to tear through my skin like another entity wanting to escape. I was drunk, and I felt incredible. The bodies pressed tightly against me, moving sexually, suggestively, made me feel even better. It made me feel alive. I moved with them, swaying to the music, inhaling the scent of sex and alcohol that seemed to surround me. I was sure a lot of people would be fucking tonight. No doubt it would be dirty, their inhibitions having been left at the club as they took home a random person. It would be the kind of sex that drunk people had. Sloppy, carefree. I wasn't a good girl. I didn't even feel like the girl they called Sophia. I didn't follow the rules, and my life was less than memorable. I lived like today was my last because for all I knew it would be. It could be. I came to this club when I couldn't stand the box that was my life, the one that was sealed tight, no air holes, no light getting through the crack. I got wasted, danced until my body was covered with sweat, my muscles sore, and some poor hard-up frat guy got off in his jeans by grinding against my leg. I was a wreck in many ways, and I had no doubt that people assumed I was slutty by the way I dressed, by the way I moved on the dance floor. But how I dressed and acted didn't make up who I was. A virgin who was lost, who had no one, nothing. I was an inexperienced woman who came here and danced because I wanted a little bit of release, the only kind I ever got. How I felt here was like being consumed by the water, of being helpless but weightless, of being sucked down to the very bottom where no light was permitted. I wasn't light. I was darkness, wrapped up in a 5'5" frame with dark hair, a wild streak, and no one to stop me. Maybe I was a contradiction to myself, a lost girl who didn't know what she wanted in life. But it's who I was, how I got through each day. I embraced it, knowing that maybe my upbringing, that having an absentee mother, a drunk for a father, and a penchant for getting slapped on occasion by said parents made me this way. I wasn't broken, but I was damaged. Or maybe it had nothing to do with my parents or what I didn't have growing up. Love. Maybe I was just born this way. Either way, I didn't try and stop it. I didn't try and change. You look good out here dancing, girl. The feeling of a guy behind me, of his hands on my hips, his hard cock digging into my lower back, had dual sensations moving through me. You feel good, he said again, his voice thick, aroused, slurred from the no doubt many drinks he'd consumed. I wanted him to get off, because knowing I had that kind of control, that kind of power, fueled me. But on the other hand, I felt disgust, mainly for myself. I felt and smelled his hot, liquor-laced breath along my neck. I shivered, and the way he groaned made me assume he thought it meant I was into this. I wasn't, but I didn't stop from grinding on him. I lifted my hands, closed my eyes, and just thought about something else. I wasn't here. Wasn't trying to get this guy to come in his pants. I was far away, so distant that nothing could touch me. Come home with me. Hell, let's go back to my car. I shook my head. He needed to shut up. Come on, girl. He ground his dick against me again. He felt small, even though he was hard. No, either shut up and dance with me or go find someone willing to go home with you. I didn't even know if he heard me over the rush of the music, but if he said one more word, I'd just go get a drink. He tightened his hold on my hips, digging his small dick into my back. I bet you're wet for me right now, aren't you? His breath was hot, humid. It was acidic, and I gagged. I was bone dry, not even the teasing of arousal playing over me. I never felt anything when I danced with these guys. It was what made me feel free, made me feel powerful in an otherwise unstable world.